Some Lay's and you face a test. Which tasty chip will be the best? Sour cream and onion, smoky barbecue, cheddar, sour cream, salt and vinegar too. You sample them all, cause the crisp is so good on your lips. Yeah. You left your wallet at home, but now you have a new best friend.
The many flavors.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the CDC and the New York State Department of Health. At 7:09 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, it was confirmed that a new strain of COVID-19 was detected in the city of Albany. The Centers for Disease Control has stated that the new strain of COVID-19 is easily transmissible and has new set of symptoms: coughing up blood, seizures, nausea, brain hemorrhage and heart attacks. This is a highly dangerous situation. The CDC and the New York State Department of Health has issued a shelter-in-place warning for the city of Albany. The CDC has advised residents residing in the Albany area to shelter in place and call 911 if you experience any of the symptoms just announced. The New York National Guard will be deployed across the Albany area to assist with COVID-19 testing.
We got breaking news out of the White House. President Trump just announced a travel ban against New York and closed their borders from other states. This comes after the CDC has discovered a new aggressive strain in Albany, New York. President Trump told media in a virtual conference that he first called the governor of New York that he would impose a border closure of New York in and out of the state. Trump has also said he would still not consider a nationwide quarantine.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the CDC, Dallas County Health and Human Services, and the Texas Department of State Health Services. At 9:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 5 people contracted the new COVID-19 strain. The Centers for Disease Control has added a new symptom to the new strain: sudden aggression. Dallas County, CDC, and the Texas Department of State Health Services are advising residents to stay home due to the ongoing situation. The symptoms to this new strain are coughing up blood, seizures, nausea, brain hemorrhage, heart attacks, and sudden aggressions. Call 911 if you develop the symptoms mentioned and self-quarantine so you don't spread it to anyone else. The following message is transmitted at the request of the CDC and the New York State Department of Health. At 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the infected person in Albany has been seen attacking healthcare workers. The Centers for Disease Control are urging residents to stay home due to the ongoing situation. The New York National Guard was called to handle the situation. Stay indoors, I repeat, stay indoors. The infected patient was seen attacking healthcare workers and bystanders. This is a dangerous situation. The state of New York has issued a mandatory shelter-in-place order for the city of Albany. Stay tuned to local media for updates or visit www.cdc.gov/coronavirus for more information on this ongoing situation. Civil danger warning. The following message is transmitted at the request of the CDC and the Dallas Police Department. At 10:49 a.m. Central Daylight Time, a hostage situation is currently taking place in Parkland Hospital. The Dallas Police Department and the CDC are urging residents to avoid Parkland Hospital as it is an ongoing danger situation. It is believed that the hostage takers are the 5 infected patients. The CDC, FBI, and Homeland Security are currently investigating on why the infectants are turning violent. The Texas National Guard has been mobilized and will be deployed across Dallas County to assist the Dallas Police Department. The CDC and Dallas County Health and Human Services are urging residents to quarantine people that experience symptoms of COVID-19. Ensure that the room has no windows. Call 911 to quarantine that person. Stay tuned to local media outlets or visit www.cdc.gov/coronavirus for updates on this ongoing situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the CDC and the Boston Office of Emergency Management. At 1:10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the CDC has confirmed of 10 possible cases of the new strain of COVID-19. While there is no ongoing emergency, local officials expect for the patients to go violent and have the Massachusetts National Guard mobilized and ready. Boston Emergency Management are encouraging residents to remain indoors. While this does not mean a shelter-in-place order is in place, local officials are strongly encouraging for you to remain indoors as it is possible that the 10 patients may turn extremely violent and infect other residents. The CDC and Suffolk County Health Department are urging residents to quarantine people that experience symptoms of COVID-19. Ensure that the room has no windows. Call 911 to quarantine that person. Stay tuned to local media outlets or visit www.cdc.gov/coronavirus for updates.
I personally guarantee my pillow will be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own or your money back.
Call or go to mypillow.com now and Mike will give you 2 My
The following message is transmitted at the request of the New York City Police Department and the Governor. At 1:39 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the NYPD has reported major riots in 4 locations. These locations include Times Square, One World Trade Center, Brooklyn Bridge, and Central Park. NYPD are asking residents to remain indoors at all times. The CDC has stated that there are 890 cases confirmed in New York City and that these riots are connected to the new strain. Explosions were reported on the Brooklyn Bridge. Significant casualties were reported. The National Guard was deployed to assist the NYPD. Schools are closed indefinitely. Similar incidents were reported in New Jersey. Visit www.cdc.gov/coronavirus for more information on this new strain. The CDC and NIC Health Department are urging residents to quarantine people that experience symptoms of COVID-19. Ensure that the room has no windows. Call 911 to quarantine that person. Stay tuned to local media outlets or visit www.cdc.gov/coronavirus for updates. We interrupt normal programming. This is a national emergency. The following message is transmitted at the request of the White House. At 5:09 p.m. Central Standard Time, President Trump has announced the plan to bomb cities with the most COVID-19 strain cases to eliminate the new virus. Nuclear weapons won't be used during these bombings, but Americans living in the following cities should seek an interior shelter immediately: Boston, Dallas, Newark, Jacksonville, Oklahoma City, New York City, Chicago, Jersey City, and Los Angeles. Please stand by for a message from the representative of the President.
My fellow Americans, I speak on behalf of the President of the United States. We regret to announce the plan to bomb our own cities as a last resort plan to stop this mutation of the COVID-19 virus. My fellow Americans, this is the darkest time in American history. We couldn't imagine we would face a worse situation than the one we had before this new crisis. We wouldn't have imagined that we would be bombing our own American cities. These cities are important to the American economy and culture. These bombings will change our country forever. President Trump has asked health officials for any other solutions, but obviously there was no other solutions. My fellow Americans, this was a really hard choice. If we don't act now, then millions more of Americans will suffer from this new threat from COVID. We will emerge from this crisis as one nation. God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America.
All survivors of the bombing in need of a temporary shelter head to the American Airlines Center and have their temperatures checked. If you need medical assistance, call 911. If you don't have transportation, call 311. We will continue to serve the Dallas-Fort Worth area.